Welcome to another edition of Manny Behind the Mic at the Camille Playhouse. Another exciting production. Today, we've got the cast of As You Like It, a Shakespeare. Can you hear them? It's a Shakespeare production, original Shakespeare, playing here April 14th, 15th, 16th, 21, 22, and 23rd of April. Let's get Brandon up here, the director of the Camille. Hey, Brandon.
Hello.
All right, now we got Shakespeare.
Oh, yeah.
Talk to us about Shakespeare.
Cool. So, as we were planning out our season last year, we wanted to really hit some very classic, shows. And what's more classic to theater than Shakespeare, everything and just so much that Shakespeare has shaped in terms of drama and things like that.
Yeah.
So there's that. Second, in Weslaco, they have a South Texas Shakespeare Fest that they've been doing for a couple of years. Actually, this year they are doing Macbeth as we're getting ready with this. So lots of fun Shakespeare in this time. So lots of fun things and why we wanted to do this show.
That's awesome. Now, do you want to tell us, or does somebody want to tell us what is the play about, As You Like It?
I can. I know there's an overarching story of love at first sight and such. And that's the biggest message and the idea that goes with this show. There's a lot of deception because you don't know who you're talking to kind of thing. And it's mostly about these people navigating love. Each person has a very different standpoint to the show. So I think it would be most beneficial to hear it from those characters because I think they can give a more in-depth definition of the show.
Sure.
What they do.
So I'll let you decide who comes up first. Is there a leading role? Is there, how does that work?
There are two leading roles.
Okay.
Which really one of them is more of the lead, which is Rosalind, who's kind of in charge of everything in the show. And the one that she is pursuing, who is Orlando.
Okay. So let's speak with Rosalind.
Yes, we can have Rosalind, which is Alessandra Almanza.
Hi there. Welcome. So you are?
I'm playing the role of Rosalind in the show.
And you're chasing somebody.
I am. Rosalind falls head over heels in love with Orlando, a man that she sees wrestling one day, and she just knows that she has to have him, and the girl gotta get what she wants, so she dresses up as a man and follows him into the forest.
Oh.
And she just starts to pursue him and try to force him to fall in love with her.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And okay, so what is your past experience as far as stage?
Okay, my past experience on stage, I've been doing Camille since I was about 10 years old, actually.
Oh.
I started doing summer workshops when I was in middle school, and I did it consecutively for a long, long time. And then I recently stopped because I myself started teaching theater at Coakley Middle School in Harlingen, Texas.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
that's great.
My first time back on stage in about a year now.
Yeah, you're okay with it? You're comfortable with it?
Oh, it's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
I feel great getting back on stage. It's so much fun.
Now, so you're chasing a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does any of this apply to your personal life? Like, do you find yourself...
It's so funny that you asked because let me tell you, this wasn't planned, but my in real life boyfriend is playing the man that I am chasing.
Get out of here.
It's true. It's great. So the chemistry, it's pretty natural, I think.
How much did they pay you, Brandon, to set this up?
No, true.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Okay, so you got no problem being on stage. I like to ask. I ask everybody. At least I have. Do you ever have problems remembering your lines? And if you forget, or if you get stuck, what do you do?
I am still going through trying to memorize my lines, even to right now. I think it's going to be a thing of the minute you see an audience in front of you, sometimes your entire head goes blank and you just forget and you have to figure out what you're going to do on stage. Yeah. And it's just, I think it's practice to try to spit out something to make it make sense in the show, but it's really hard to kind of fake that with Shakespeare when he speaks in such a interesting language.
Yeah, I can imagine. All right, who is your love interest?
Orlando,
Let's
that's
speak to
Jose
Orlando.
Manuel Pereira.
Hello, hello.
Okay, so you guys are real life couple here. They're working together.
Yes.
And knowing that now, how did that work personally? I mean, does it fit right in, or was it like, are we going to be able to do this, or?
I'd like to think it works pretty well. We're able to set aside all that animosity and hatred that we have for one another. I'm just kidding. No, it works really well. Thankfully, when we're not working, we're both teachers. We'll go through lines together, and we're very playful with each other. We're just happy to do it. We both have a very deep love of theater, so
That's great.
it works out pretty well.
And what experience do you have as far as stage work?
I've been doing Camille also for about 7 years now. I've done a couple productions in the past, and I've just gotten into the last few years, started teaching one-act play. So I'm pretty familiar, or coaching one-act play rather.
That's great. And what previous productions have you done with Camille recently, or what was the most recent?
Last year I did Sweet Charity.
Okay.
I played Vittorio Vidal. It's an Italian man. So
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, who's up next? Brandon. Who do we need to talk to? Thank you, guys.
So as you've met two of our main principals, they've had a lot of time on the stage, both of them, which is great. And as we cast people, we always want to give opportunity to those that are new, and just let them have incredible experiences, and even people who have just joined us even last season, as we've been revamping. So another principal character is Rosalind's cousin, who's essentially her sister, who is also entangled in the middle of this. And that is the character Celia, who's played by Eileen Perez, who joined us just this season, at the beginning of the season with Pippin. So that was her first show.
Yeah.
So she can definitely come in and give us some feedback and info. Yes.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you?
So you are, what is your character's name?
Celia,
And you are her
cousin
in the play.
in the play. Yes,
In the
yes,
play.
yeah, in the
Just want to
play.
make sure. Right.
Yes, in the play.
So what is your role in this dynamic of them two?
So she's basically that very supporting cousin. She is of royalty, and then her father gets banished. So then they both get banished. Not really, she does, but she's like, I'll go with you wherever you go. I cannot live without your company. So they go off, and she kind of just gets in the middle of whatever she's trying to do. I'm just kind of like there, because like I said, she's very supportive. So she kind of just goes along with whatever she's doing.
And I guess without giving it away too much, but so are you supportive of her trying to do what she's doing?
Yes, but then there's a part where she's kind of like, you're pretty much taking advantage of, who we are. And she kind of sees that it's like going in the wrong direction, because she is pretending to be a man to pretending to be a woman. It's like very confusing. It's very confusing. So she's Rosalind, right? And then she's Ganymed, and then she pretends to be Rosalind again. I don't know. It's very confusing, but she's kind of, like I said, she's just there for the ride.
Yeah. And you said, he said you were in Pippin?
Yes.
And anything else before that? How long have you been doing stage work?
Well, actually, a few months back before Pippin, I went to Michigan State University. So I was doing a show there. Well, I mean, I've been doing shows there. But then I took a couple of months off just because of like graduation and then just like moving from Michigan back to Brownsville. And then
On purpose or what happened?
No, it was just kind of like, I was over the snow. I was ready to be back in the warm, beautiful weather of Bronzeville. So I just decided to come back. It was not my plan to stay here in Bronzeville though. But I decided I was planning on going up North Texas, but God had other plans for me, because then I wanted to continue with theater, so I decided to apply for one of the assistant directors here at Camille Playhouse for a summer youth workshop. And thank God I got one of the positions because that really got me into the Camille family. And I haven't been,
the same since.
Yes, basically, because it's an amazing environment with amazing people. And I've met amazing people that are very talented, and I've been growing a lot. And then, I did Pippin, and then I stage managed Mojada, and then I came out in Sound of Music, and then I took a little break because I just started my job at Rivera High School as the theater director there. So then I decided to come back on stage because I missed it so much.
That's excellent.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Who's up next? Let's speak to another one or two more.
Yes, of course. Sorry, I know I'm doing.
And then
all
we'll
these
get everybody here in
introductions.
the group chat.
Yeah.
So you can see. Everybody's in costume, by the way. They were just rehearsing right now. So.
Yes, I know. Beautiful,
neat.
so fun, Renaissance costumes. And as much as it's set in that time, there's also some modern, like allusions and like random things that go on. It's a very funny and farcical show.
Is there more dialogue in this play as in versus previous plays? Because it's Shakespeare?
It may feel like it.
Yeah.
I think there's some characters that have these long monologues, soliloquy type moments, but also there's some quick dialogue that goes about it, but it is pretty lengthy. I think it is probably our longest show that we've done this season.
How long is this estimated to run?
Well, to be completely honest, we are still gauging that time as we are feeling more and more comfortable without our scripts, and that right now there's some pauses as we're remembering some of our lines,
Gotcha,
so the time is
no pressure.
So the time we're still kind of figuring that out. But it's a really great fun show, and like I said, there's a lot of we wanted to give so many different opportunities, people who've done different performance things and wanted to try out the stage and different things like that. So
any newbies?
We have a couple of newbies technically, but I was going to introduce one of our. So a lot of people, So the three people that you've met technically only play one character the entire time.
Right.
Then we have people who are playing like 4 characters through the whole show because craziness. But one of them who is playing an elderly man to a young shepherdess. Big change is Alejandra Rodriguez, who is very excited to work with. She's done shows before, but just not under my direction. So I'll have her talk about it.
Hi.
And what is your character's name?
So I play Adam, who is a servant to Orlando. He is an elderly man. And then I also play Phoebe, who is a young shepherdess, who actually falls in love with Ganymede, who is Rosalind in disguise.
Right.
So we do have kind of some confusion there in terms of even love triangle would kind of simplify that a little bit. It's a little more complicated than that as well.
Love triangle would simplify that. Okay. Interesting. And what previous have you done plays with Camille before in the past?
So I've never done a play at Camille.
Okay.
I have danced on the Camille stage before. But this is my first play here. I have done maybe 2 or 3 other plays in the past. So that was right when I finished college. We did do a few different staging of a production as well.
Okay. And how do you like being on stage?
It's great. I mean, it's been a while. I think it's been since 2017, since the last time I tried acting. So it's been a while, but it's great being on there. I was looking for some type of kind of artistic fulfillment.
Sure.
I have been back dancing, but I needed something a little to get me out of the comfort zone a little bit, and really kind of expand my artistic
Have you
horizons
done any kind of Shakespeare style?
No, so I have never performed a Shakespearean play. I was familiar with the play. I've seen it a few times, so I did enjoy it. I knew the story, so going into it, it wasn't too big a surprise in terms of characters, things like that story. But this is my first time ever performing Shakespeare.
Well, that's great. We can't wait to see you.
Yeah, so thanks.
Excellent.
Everyone? You want everyone or another?
It's up to you. You can pick. Let's do one more, or I can have everybody on here.
We'll have everyone on.
Okay.
Everybody.
So this is the cast, the entire cast of. I keep forgetting the name. As You Like It. I keep wanting to say As Good as It Gets, but that's a movie.
As you know it.
As you know.
All right, there's everybody. All right, so we've got. Whose first time is it? Like, is there somebody who's like really, really first time on stage ever?
Raise your hands.
You
Raise
come
your
up here.
hands.
Over here, a little more.
The camera.
She's shy.
A little shy. And what is your character's name?
Onions.
Okay, and what is your character? What does your character do in this production?
I'm following the Duke who got exiled, the father of the protagonist.
Hmm.
And I'm basically a jolly lord who likes to sing a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so this is going to be your first time on stage in front of the public?
Yes, I did one play on 10th grade, and that's it.
And are you nervous?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
You're doing amazing.
Are we making you nervous? No, I'm just kidding. No. You'll do great. I'm sure people with experience who've done this stuff before, from what I hear, there are different little tricks or tips on how to remember your lines and what to do if you forget the starting of a line or something like that. I don't know. Is there? I think I've heard that before.
Yeah, definitely.
Team.
Is it?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, Brandon. Let's come around.
Imagination station.
Pardon me, the real star is here.
And if you would give us all the dirty details, the times, the ticket prices, and
You're good. You're good.
Oh, wait, no.
You're good.
Yes, of course. So as always, we invite everyone to come out to our performance. We will be opening this Friday, the 14th, and then we will have productions this weekend and the following weekend, Fridays and Saturdays at 8:00, and then Sundays at 2:00. Our tickets will be $20 for our plays, and you can get tickets in the box office, and we're open during the week, during the day, or you can get it 1 hour before the show opens. The box office will be open. You can get your tickets there, or on our website, which is CamillePlayhouse.net. We also have a bunch of social media presence on our Instagram and our Facebook, so you can follow. There's actually some production or promo photos that have been going on with a couple of actors, and there's actually another one coming out tonight with another one. So lots of fun stuff to look out for, and some nice little previews of some of the lines and the costumes and things like that. So yeah, come on out. It'll be a fun time. It's so funny, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to make it funny. No, I know. I promise. It's a good old comedy. But yeah, just it's family friendly. Asterisk. There's a couple of language things, but they're very, very quick. They're very, very brief. They don't linger on it. So it's nice and quick. But yeah, it'll be a great time. There's only one intermission. I know our last play we had 2 intermissions, so this one is only the one. So it'll be great.
So the most important question now: food, snacks, concessions. What will be here? What can they bring?
Our normal stuff will be here. Our little snacks and
Like
candies,
candy,
and,
popcorn. You had popcorn
no
before.
po- well,
No popcorn.
no popcorn anymore. Yeah, it was a special kind of thing that went on.
Okay.
We'll have some sodas, some water, and then we also have wine that you can give a donation for. We do not sell it. It's just kind of whatever you would like to give. We ask that no one bring in anything from the outside.
Right.
Just because I know how, as an actor, I know how distracting it can be when people are eating like chicharrones or like something while the show is going on.
Yep.
My mother, if she's watching, she knows she would do that all the time. So I blame her for that.
Oh, I can't imagine you guys are on stage and you smell like a hot dog. It's like,
Yeah.
That
Well,
could be
actually, in this show, they will be eating. So actually, the audience will have it'll be the reverse.
so this is gonna be like real food,
Oh yeah.
or is it like movie prop food?
Oh, no,
where
we have to eat fried chicken on stage.
nice.
So they get to pick where we're getting it from.
That's awesome.
Oh, and ice cream. Yeah. Bunch of random things on
Yeah.
stage.
So just don't bring stuff like candy with the loud wrappers and all that kind of stuff, right?
Correct. Open your sodas beforehand. You know,
Yeah.
if there's a little like candy bar or whatever, yeah, open it.
Yeah.
Discreetly.
You don't want to hear the metal of a can opening up or the
Correct.
of a,
correct,
of a
exactly.
bottle.
Exactly.
That's great. Okay. Opening night is Friday, 8 o'clock. Grab your tickets. Be here. Support the Camille. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Come and see everybody on Friday night, y'all. 8 o'clock. Be here.
Or be square.
Be there or be square. Good night, everybody. See you guys.